Hello and welcome. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain. It's raining lightly, but we're not getting back here. Hello and welcome. Thank you for the like, whoever that was. It says nobody's here, so thank you for visiting us, Ghost. Anna! Hi, Anna. Anna says, hello, lovely Molly. Thank you so much, Anna. You're so beautiful. Anna, when are you going to do your live, honey? And it says, how has your day been? It's been pretty good. I woke up, I watched Russ, and now I'm doing this. It's been pretty chill. Hey, Shane. Shane is Tankside Chronicles, for anybody who doesn't know. Shane says, hi, Molly. Hello, and thank you so much for joining, Shane. I appreciate you. Can you guys hear the rain? Bev, hey, it's good to see you. Bev says, hey, Mom Dog. It's good to see you, Bev. How you been? North Texas Birds Feeder says, hello, Mom Dog. Hello and welcome. And let's do this here. I think a raindrop just hit the phone. I apologize if that was really loud. Anna says, I'm honestly stressing getting, I'm assuming, to figure out when to do it. I am so nervous about it. I am going to start posting regular shorts as well starting today. Yeah, posting shorts is a really good idea, Anna. And yeah, it's the first time is scary, but then you're like, wow, that wasn't so bad. And then it ends up being fun. So you just got to get through that first one. Russ, BGN Aquariums. Hey, Russ, thank you so much for joining. Russ says, hi, Molly. Thanks again for today. You're so welcome. I appreciate you. Russ says, really appreciate your support. I appreciate your support as well, Russ. Daisy May, Kelly, hey, so good to see you. She says, hi, Mom Dog, woohoo. North Texas says, thanks. Daisy May says, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you as well. North Texas says, hi, Kelly. Don, Prodigal Aquarist, says, hello again, old tree. Yeah. Oh, hello again, old tree. Yes. I appreciate you, Don. Daisy May says, hi, Andrew. Oh, is North Texas Andrew? Donna's saying hi to Anna. Dylan, Fishing Geek, says, good afternoon. Good to see you, Dylan. Trevon Pedersen says, do you have actual kids? I wouldn't say actual kids because my kids are all now adults. So, yeah, I've had kids, but they're no longer children. Does that answer your question? 310 Aquatics, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, sorry, guys, my chat froze. There we go. Bev says, hey, Daisy. Anna says, Prodigal, how you doing, Don? Pokies! Pokey says, who is this? I don't know. I don't know who you're referring to. It's Pokies, damn it. North Texas, Andrew, right? Don't forget to hit the like. Oh, appreciate you. Thank you. North Texas is confirming that he is Andrew. Tracy, Little Red Angel, good to see you. Appreciate you stopping by. Says, hi, Molly. Just popping in to give you a like and say hi. Not feeling up to it. Have a great stream. I appreciate you, Tracy. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you feel better. Anna says, if I lose you, Molly, I will be back. I have terrible signal where we are working today. Will you be safe and try not to work too hard, Anna. Don't even worry about it. Appreciate you, Andrew. Thank you for the clarification. Appreciate that. Don says, hey, Russ, Tracy. Anna says, Tracy. Pokey says, must see Dr. Evil in his natural environment. His natural environment is my bed. And I don't feel like I don't feel like it would be appropriate to live stream my bed. Bev says, hi, hey, positive. Welshman, hey, good to see you. Welshman Forever says hi. Bev says, hey, Welshman. Welshman says, hi, Bev. Pokey says, flea market rained out. DoorDash stream later for the peak pay. Oh, cool, cool. About what time are you thinking, Pokies? Tankside Chronicles, Shane says, hope everyone's day is going well. Appreciate that. Russ, BG and Aquarium says, hi, Dawn. Pokey says, dinner probably. Oh, okay, gotcha. Rusty, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Says, hey, Mom. Oops, I missed Sue. Sue, thank you so much for coming in. Just when Sue says hello. Anna says, oh, Tracy, I really hope you get to feeling better. I am so sorry that you are still unwell. I am sending positive and healing thoughts. Wish I could do more. I know. I feel the same way, Anna. Radio Dude Phil says hi and bye. Appreciate you stopping in, Phil. Hope you hit that like button before you left. Pokey says $3 peak pay is crazy, so we out there later vacation monies. Oh, nice. Uh-oh, I think Rain just hit the phone. My stream's okay, we're all good. Phil says, just kidding. Pokey says, Molly MVP. Pokey says, radio dude, not MVP. Oh, he was just messing with me. He's just messing with me. He's all good. It's raining. I don't know if you can kind of hear it occasionally. It's raining out here, but we're under the canopy of the trees, so not really getting wet. I meant Dr. Evil in nature. Again, if I can, I have to be able to shove him into his harness because, yeah, he would go around and kill all my little buddies out here. And it says, at least you guys are getting rain. So hot and humid here. Temp was ready 115 in the, oh my God, Anna. That's, oh my God. We haven't had rain in a while. Otherwise, I'd wish it to you. But I want it. I want to get enough to fill up the creek back there. Pokey says he reminds me of Louie so much. Yeah, I know. I was watching, I play your playlist all weekend. And I was watching another live on another monitor, and I looked over and I saw Louie and I cried a little bit. I miss him too. Hey, Bruce. Good to see you. Oh, whoops, I missed some chat here. Sorry, guys. Dean! Oh my goodness. Hey, Dean. Dean's tapping into the trees. Thank you so much for stopping in, Dean. Appreciate you so much. Phil says under the canopy of trees just means the rain is delayed 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm getting like occasional drops. It's mostly. Pokey says, how do we know if it's the real Dean? Because he says so. Dean says, hey, Pokies. Phil says, Anna, after the rain, it will be hotter and humider. More humid is the correct. That sounds right. Dean says, hey, radio dude. Anna says, I can't blame you there. I would want to keep the rain too. Oh, it's getting harder. Can you guys hear it? Oh, I love the rain. Phil says, hi, Dean. Bruce says, good to see you too. Melody, hey, good to see you. Melody is Melons. And you guys, if you guys see any new people in here that you're not subscribed to, please subscribe to them. Connect, make friends, find a new hobby, find a new friend. And it says, Radio Dude Phil, usually here it will cool down a good bit as long as the cloud doesn't just spit on us. Says, hey, Anna. Phil says, I like the real Dean. He's better than that counterfeit knockoff Dean. Right? I know, that guy sucks. Bruce says, thank you for the rinse. You're welcome. I know you, Bruce, so, and I trust you. That's how you get one. Melody says, sounds beautiful. Wait a minute, what? Oh, okay. Bruce says, radio and Anna, I subbed. Appreciate you, Bruce. Appreciate you. Dean says, hey, Bruce. Hey, Indy. Hey, Melons. Bruce says, hello, Dean. Phil says, Molly, can I fill your steam if you... oh. Haha, Phil. That's hilarious. Hi, I am such. How are ya? Good to see ya. Thanks for coming. Melody says, that moss on the tree is gorgeous. The rain is beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. And the moss, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of darker on one side. It's actually a little bit wet from the rain. Bruce says, at Real Dean, I sub to you as well. Appreciate you, Bruce. Appreciate you. Welshman says, Mom Dog, my watch hours has gone up to 240. Wow. Good for you. You are on your way, Welshman. JK, hey, good to see you. Stopping in, spreading love. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping. Phil says, thanks, Bruce. Shane says, connected to the Real Dean. Appreciate you guys. Rusty says, yep, raining here too. Nice. Love the rain. Ooh, I'm getting rained on now. Melody says, hey, everyone. Glad to support and love your accent. Oh, thank you. Phil says, Welsh. Shane says, hey, Rusty Rivers. Welshman says, radio, hi, buddy. Bruce says, at Tankside, sub. Appreciate it. Love it when you guys sub to each other. Anna says, if anyone subs to me, please leave a comment on my short so I can sub back. Yeah, that's excellent advice, Anna. Well, yeah, when you sub to somebody, if you leave a comment, it makes it easier for them to subscribe back to you. And it also helps out that person's algorithm. Uh-oh. I am such says, which country you're in? I'm in the U.S. Bruce says, Welsh, I sub. Appreciate you guys. Shane says, Bruce is loose. Got you back. Got you back, I'm assuming. Anna says, I have no signal right now, so it's not letting me do much. Fighting to comment as well. Aw, poor Anna. You're a MVP for sure. Phil says, Anna, I'm already subbed to you. Subscribed to you. Appreciate you, Phil. Phil, Phil, you got enough. Well, Phil could always use subs, but he's got enough to go live. When are you going live, Phil? Bruce says, thank you. I'll comment here directly. JK says, my connection is bad too. What's really weird is my connection seems to be really good today. which is weird because I think I had to start my live stream over last week because it died. Melody says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate you, Melody. Rusty said, sub Anna, appreciate you. Bruce says, JK, I subbed, appreciate you guys. Indie Gig Life, I know your real name, but it is eluding me. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Good to see you. Says, hey, is can drive and know what's being said on the chat. Appreciate you. You are just a rock star. Thank you. Nibbler, Furious Fisherman says, hi, Molly. Good to see you. Bruce says, I love that name, Juicy Juice. Yeah, it's a good drink, too. Phil says, as soon as I find a suitable location, I'll go live for 2.3 seconds. Gee, thanks, Phil. Indy says, make sure you tap the like and subscribe button. Appreciate you. JK says, thanks, I got you back. Appreciate you guys. Welshman says, be right back. Okay, we'll see you when you get back. Phil says, nobody knows my name. I know, Phil. How can we figure it out? Can you give us a hint of what your name is, Phil? JK says, thanks. Bisay, hey, it's good to see you. Says, howdy neighbor, 72 Club. Send that rain. We still haven't got anything but sprinkles. Oh, really? Well, no, I'm being selfish. I'm hogging my rain. But I hope you get some. Melody says, Nibbler is here. Pokey says, the weather said rain only, a drizzle so far. Well, we were supposed to get maybe not even any rain. So I'm very happy for what we're getting. Nibbler says, hi, Melody. Bruce says, I'll be to 50 soon again. Oh, Bruce, do you need subs? Can we get a few people to hit Bruce up so we can get him back up to 50? Please, and thank you. Rusty says, subbed Furious. Appreciate you guys. Pokey says, how can we not predict the weather? It's 2025. Because the weather is that batshit crazy. Hello, Anthony. I have no idea what you said. Could you please speak English so that I can understand you? Pokey says Phil Phillips. Johnny Johnson. Vix. Hey, Vix Blades. How you doing? Vix says, hey. Melody says, Phil is so mysterious. I know. And he won't tell us his name. I don't know why. JK says, Bruce, subbed you back. Appreciate you. Brandy, hey, I haven't seen you in a minute. How are you? Hang on a second here. Let me do... There we go. Thank you so much for coming, Brandy. JK, excuse me, sorry. JK says, Pokies. Bruce says, all we've had is rain here in Tennessee. I'm glad to see it gone for a day or two. Yeah, send it here. I'll take it. B-Say says, Grand Rapids is like a desert. I'll bet. Grand Rapids is for those who don't know, is a fairly big city. And there's a lot of cement, so it holds in the heat. Nibbler says, same, Rusty. Don says, I think Anthony is asking if you are going to collect any of the rainwater. I could be wrong. Huh. Your guess is as good as mine. Hadn't thought about it, actually. Not that much of it hits the ground. Pokey says, Bruce, already my friend. Perfect. Josh, hey, good to see you, Josh. Josh says, Mom Dog, my OC looks like something I can't pronounce from Forsaken. I am not sure what that means, Josh. But thank you for being here. Kage, hey! Hey, Kage. Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming. Oh, snap. I did not text you. Oh my God, I suck. I'm so sorry, Kage. I'm so sorry. I did it again. Bruce says, yes, ma'am, I lost my channel a couple of days ago for copyright. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bruce. I know that sucks. I had a video that had potential copyright, and I took it down as soon as I saw the flag, because I was like, I'm not even messing with that. Hey, D. D is here. D says, hi, Molly. Kage says, Molly. Rusty says, sub, Bruce. Indy says, send me message, leave comment, and where from, and I will when I'm not driving. Send me message, leave comment, and where you're from, and I will when I'm not driving. Oh, gotcha. Appreciate you, Indy. Fixed Blade says, I'm good. How are you? I'm great. It's raining. I love rain. Kamari! Good to see you, Kamari. How the heck are ya? Good to see ya. Nibbler says, sub, Bruce. Appreciate you guys subbing to each other. You see somebody new, please subscribe to them. Or at least check out their channel. You might find a new friend. You might find a new hobby. I mean, it takes like, what, 10 seconds? Melody says, how many chucks would a woodchuck chuck of a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck what wood that a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Rusty says, Kamari. Bruce says, positive pokies, hello. Good morning, bro. You going to flea market today? He got rained out. Pokey says, you meet Phil in person? He has those dollar store disguise glasses on. Yeah, the one with the fuzzy mustache and the fuzzy eyebrows. Kage says, sorry, had you muted. I'm actually here now. If you didn't hear me, Kage, I was apologizing. I completely forgot again to message you that I was going live. I'm so sorry. Josh says, Pokies, damn it. That's right. Pokies, damn it. Kage says, hey, Pokes. Hey, Josh. Hey, Bruce. Pokey says, rain this morning, no flea. Melody says, Pokey in the house. It's Pokies, damn it. I'm not mad at you or anything, Melody. I'm messing with you. Kage says, hey, Rusty. Terry, hey, good to see you, Terry. Terry says, Molly, are you in the dread Michigan, Molly? I am in Michigan, but I'm on the west side of Michigan. It's really gorgeous here, and there's Lake Michigan, and it snows in the winter, and it's perfect for me. Uncle Larry, when Larry sings, Uncle Larry, hey, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Larry says, hello, Mom Dog. Bruce says, Rusty, thank you. Got you back. I appreciate you guys. Terry says, Larry, Pokies. Bisay says, sub Bruce. What was the copyright strike from so we know? Oh, that's a good question. Are you willing to share that with us? Terry says, Kage. Kage says, hey, Terry. Uncle Larry says, hey, Terry. Nibbler says, it isn't illegal, or isn't it illegal in some parts of the U.S. to collect rainwater? I don't know, but we have a lot of stupid laws, so I wouldn't be completely shocked. Colleen, friend of Asher's and more. Colleen, so good to see you. Thanks so much for coming. Colleen says, morning, everyone. Kumari says, Bisay, I sub to you. Appreciate you guys to each other so much. It means a lot to me. Josh says, I'll send it to you and show you the word I can't pronounce. Okay, cool. Appreciate you. Melody says, hey, Dash. Josh says, so you can see the resemblance. Okay, gotcha. Bruce says, Bisay, I put WCW and WWF G.I. Joe toy commercials in my morning show. Oh, that sounds cool. I gotta check that out. Phil says, Pokies, it's not the glasses today. It's a silly hat. Well, that's not much of a disguise, Phil. Keep trying. I'm just messing with you, Phil. I do like Phil. I'm busting his balls because he's a friend. So that's what you get if you're friends with me, guys. Terry says, it's a rainy day here in Manuka, Illinois. Indy says, oops, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Don't worry, guys. I'm not quitting my day job. Indy says, hello, Kage. Larry says, I always have copyright notices. Is it like for music or like general, so general you don't know what they are? Colleen says, beautiful. Thank you. Dee says, were we supposed to talk last night? I think so, but I did fall asleep fairly early last night, I'm ashamed to say. Phil says, Melons and Bruce, I sent support your way. Appreciate you, Phil. Melody says, Indy is Brittany? Indy, is your name Brittany and I missed it? If so, I'm so sorry. And if you could confirm, I would be so grateful. Dee says, hi, Kage. Kamari says, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm glad to hear you're doing. Oh my gosh, am I far behind on the chat again? I'm so sorry, guys. I appreciate you guys putting up with me. Phil says, I'm almost to 50K subs. Only 49,930 to go. Wow. Well, you're almost there. Pokey says, shark sushi 5 times fast, Molly. Shark sushi. Sark shooting. I can't. I tried. Bruce says, be say I sub back. Melody says, thank you, dude. Bruce says, at Melons, I subbed. Welshman says, back. Welcome back, Welshman. Bruce says, at Kage, good morning. Terry says, I subbed to you all, I think. Oh, I appreciate you, Terry. Thank you so much. Colleen says, hi, Welshman forever. Wait, did I say Kage or Colleen? Colleen says, hi, Welshman forever. Kage says, hello, Indy. Phil says, hey, Kage. Kage says, hey, Phil. Welshman says, hi, Colleen. Melody says, thank you, Terry. Terry says, Molly is way behind in the chat. I am. And that's such a rare thing, isn't it, guys? That never happens. Kage says, hey, Welsh. Terry, she always is. It's so true. Colleen's waving. Yogi! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, we have a celebrity among us, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. If anybody that's not subscribed to Yogi, he has an amazing channel. And I highly recommend subscribing to him. Bruce says, Phil, thank you. Phil says, Molly reads the chat slow because some people don't type very fast. I read the chat slow because... Okay, we'll go with that. Terry says, LOL Kage, she gets sidetracked. Love her. I do get sidetracked, and that's exactly why. Colleen's laughing. Josh says, in Key West, Florida, it's illegal to race turtles in city limits. Good to know. If I ever go to Key West, Florida, I'll be sure to mind my turtle. Pokey says, Colleen, friends of Pokies and more. Friends of Pokies and more. Yes. Colleen is awesome. Mari says, Melons, I subbed to you. Appreciate you guys. Welshman says, hi, Kage. Josh says, Yogi. I know, isn't it? I'm so honored that he's here. Colleen says, morning, Gary. Melody says, this is a sad obsession of mine. Can you Can you say regularly, normally? Well, I can say regularly, but I don't know if I say it normally. Yogi, say Josh? Melody says, thank you, Uma. Did I miss somebody? If I did, I'm so sorry. Josh says, how are you, Yogi? Yogi says, I'm good. Hope you well. Terry says, Yogi. Josh says, it's supposed to rain today in Corpus Christi, Texas, but still hasn't rained. Yogi says, hey, Terry. Pokey says, the weatherman does nothing. I think that the poor weatherman is trying his best, but the weather is just so messed up. Either that or our education system has declined greatly, which is also a possibility. I don't know. Josh says, we need rain badly. Yeah, we did too. Dee said, would you like to speak tonight, Molly? We can talk after I'll text you after the live, okay? Terry says, if you are Molly's friend, she busts your balls. Oh, wow, I am behind. And he says, nope, Ron. Okay, Ron. I'm going to try really hard to remember that. Indie Gig Life is Ron. Melody says, Britney Spears because of the oops. Nibbler says, apparently in Colorado and Utah, they have restrictions collecting rainwater. That is weird. That's weird. I mean, how do you regulate something that literally falls out of the sky? Josh says, she busts your balls. Phil says, Terry, she always busts my balls. That's why I look funny. Pokey says, shark sushi. Josh says, welp. Terry says, love it, Phil. Kage says, shark sushi is probably tasty. I actually haven't had shark, so I don't know if I like it. Pokey says, this conversation has taken a turn. Melody says, sark sushi. Yeah. Okay, Irish wrist. Irish wrist. Irish wrist. I don't think I can say anything fast. Yogi says, thank you so much for those kind words and the mod, Molly. No, I'm just telling the truth, Yogi. You ask anybody. I mean, you are one of the most respected people in my YouTube circle. And I greatly appreciate you coming in. Melody says, in Britain's, yes, because there's multiple. In Britain, it's illegal to not out your coat down for a pregnant woman to walk over a puddle. No way! I would feel bad if somebody put their coat in a puddle so I could walk over it. I'd be like, oh, I mean, I can wipe off my shoes, but your coat is... Dee says, would you like to speak tonight, Molly? We'll talk about it after my live, okay? Pavel, am I saying that right? I hope so. Pavel says, weird face emoji YouTube. Thank you for joining us. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you for joining us. Kage says, a surprising amount of states have restrictions about gathering rainbow. Really? Why? Josh says, POV, the people who regulate rainfall. Nope, no falling rain here. No falling here today, rain. Cobalt, hey, so good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. And please, guys, sub up to anybody that's new to you. Melody says Welshman, but now you know. So many weird laws here. There's weird laws everywhere. Wonder what these people are thinking. Welshman said, I am in Wales, Melons. Melody says, Hertfordshire. Did I say that right? And JK says, Welshman. Not radio dude. says, I'll put my raincoat down for a pregnant woman. It's not like I use a raincoat. If I did, she wouldn't be pregnant. Phil. And Dee said, oh, okay, sorry, I wrote that twice. No biggie, no biggie, I'm behind on chat. Welshman says, cool melons, I am in mid-Wales. Melody says, hey, corner. Addison, Pillsbury Yurta. The one who yurts is among us. Sad man, oh my, good to see you, sad man. How are you? Says, hi, Molly, good to see you. Doing another live. I do them every Saturday, rain or shine. And today we're having rain. Hertfordshire. Hertfordshire. Thank you. Thank you, Melody. Melody says, LOL, Phil. Phil says, I'm not Phil. Oh, no, it says not radio dude. It doesn't say not Phil. Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Nikki says, hi, hi, hi. Welshman says, and the old law say if a pregnant woman needs a toilet and there are none and a police walks by, she has the right to take his hat and use it as a toilet. Oh my God, who comes up with these laws? I mean, why? Nikki saying hi. Sad man says, Melons, Hertfordshire. Nice, I went to a university there. Kage says, yurt. Melody says, hi, Nikki. Phil says, it says not radio dude. Right, it doesn't say not Phil. Melody says, Hatfield. Sad man says, that's great. I'll tune in every week. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Nikki says, I'm from near Hearts and Hats. Hertz and Hats. Cobalt says, hi, Melons. Dawn says, Hertfordshire. Hertfordshire? I don't know if I'm pronouncing this wrong or it's my accent. Phil says, hey, Nikki, great seeing you. Josh says, mom dog, don't bust my balls. Nikki says, I'm a Harlow girl, just down the A414. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds really cool. Just down the A414. That sounds really cool. Sadman says, Hatfield, nice. My university was there, Melons. Nikki says, hi, Mel. Melody says, that's crazy. Yeah, prodigal. Give a better enunciation. Pokey says, sad man MVP. Yes, I agree. Don says, Melons, I used to live in Chiswick. Let's see if she gets that one right. Yeah, did I? I'm curious to know too. Josh says she not gonna let go of the whole busting balls thing. Don says, Melons and I now live. I'm so pronounced. Okay. Yeah, I'm too YouTubey. Melons and I now live in Worcester Park, another tricky one. I can't pronounce the sauce. The Worcestershire. Wait, did I just say it right? Sadman says, nice to see the new username, Radio Dude. Ooh, Big B. Really? I thought they weren't supposed to be out in the rain. Get back in your hole. Melody says, ha ha ha, prod pudding. Prodding. Sorry. And Nikki says, Hertfordshire. And I still don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Daniel, hey, good to see you. Scotland here, 30 miles from Glasgow. Love Scottish people in this stream. Love a Scottish accent. There we go. Sedman says, hello, Pokey. And he even spelled it right. Or not right, but the way I pronounce it. Don says, Chiswick equals Chiswick? Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. I mean, there's an S and a W. How do you... my brain can't wrap around that. Melody says, my mate lived on Washington Road in Worcester Park. Worcester. Okay. Both Dawn and Melody say Worcester. Daniel says Worcester. Josh says, Mom Dog pronounced something right. Yay! Molly say Gloucestershire? I don't know. No. Norma Raymond, hey. How are you? Good to see you. Melody says, I live in Welwyn now. Have fun with that. Glasgow is Glasgow, says Dawn. Welshman says, Welwyn sounds Welsh melons. Daniel says, I'm not Scottish, English, but I got recruited. Huh? Well, still, isn't it? I mean, aren't there like million-year-old castles up there and everything? I mean, I'd love to go to Scotland. Sedman says, Chesick? You don't pronounce the W. Oh, Chesick. Don says, no way, melons. That's just around the corner from me. Oh, really? Oh, we could have like a BGN Aquariums meetup. That would be really cool. Josh says, Mom Dog, do you like the Russian accent? I do. I'm a sucker for almost any accent. Melon says, Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Or Worcestershire, says Kage. Josh says, why do so many people pronounce rooster as rooster? Phil says, Molly, Gloucestershire sounds like Gloucester. You're making up stuff, Phil. Melody says, that's sick, prods. Carl, hey! Good to see you, Carl. Thanks so much for coming. Carl says, good evening, everyone. What's the weather like in Ireland today? Phil says, Molly, I have a Michigan accent. I know, Phil. Thanks for telling me, though. Josh says, Mom Dog, wait till you see how Russian things are pronounced in English. LOL, it's gonna kill you. Melody says, yeah, dude, that's hundos. Pokey says, sounds like wicked pissa. Yeah, that still cracks me up, that wicked pissa. Still cracks me up. Phil says, Worcestershire, wash your sister. My sister is old enough to wash herself. Sedman says, too many shires in the UK. Reminds me of Lord of the Rings. Pokey's laughing. Daniel says, yeah, we got castles. Only freshwater keepers live in them, though. Reef keepers live in the ghetto. Ha ha ha. Like saltwater tank reef keepers? Is that what you mean? Melody says, LOL, dude. Oh, Big B, please go away. Pokey says, I got the t-shirt that says it. I know, I seen it, and I was dying laughing. Clara! Oh my gosh. Hey, Clara, how are you? I haven't seen you in a minute. How you been? Clara says, hi. Carl says, I'm lost here. What do you mean, Carl? Oh, on what's going on? I think there's a couple of different conversations going on currently. Melody says, there's a barbecue guy that pronounces it that way. Wash your sister. Phil says, I'm kidding. I don't have an accent. I just pronounce words correctly. Hi, Clara. Kage says, hey, Clara. Pokey says, my lady found it. She's a good woman. Sadman says, welcome, Clara. Melody says, hey, Clara. And I caught up with the chat. I'm going to take a drink. Holy crap, it took me 46 minutes to catch up with the chat. Pokey says, I have an accent. It's called Pittsburghese. Just says, Blagadarit. This is how you pronounce thank you in Russian. Clara says, I'm great. Good to hear it. Hi, everyone. Puppy has been keeping me busy like a new baby all over again. I bet. I can imagine. Night, hey, good to see you. Hello and welcome. Night says, hey. Melody says, you've earned it. Thank you. Pokey says, Molly, you're famous. I don't know about that. But that reminds me, you guys, please, everybody sub up to everybody. If you see somebody that you haven't seen before, check out their channel. You could find a new best friend. You could find a new favorite hobby. You could find maybe something that changes your life. You never know. It takes like 10, 15 seconds to check out a channel. Kage says, oh, Clara, puppies are great. They really are. And hers is so cute. Sadman says, love the woods. Beautiful view, Molly. Thank you, Sadman. I do too. I love it back here. Knight says, I love the trees. Appreciate you. Thank you. Phil says, the best Russian accent was done by John Malkovich playing KGB in Ringers. I don't think I've seen Ringers. Melody says, it's such a cute comment to Mom Dog about puppies keeping you busy. Danielle says, 47. Oh, wow. 47. Thank you, guys. 47 likes and counting, says Daniel. Melody says, hey, Night. Kage says, Clara, I just watched the short of Puppy on the stair. I'm dead from cute. Right? Right? Isn't he adorable? Don says, you could also find someone to swap fish and plants with. We need more local fish clubs in our lives. Yes, I agree. Kamari says, Daniel, I subbed to you. Appreciate you, Kamari. Knight says, hey. Melody says, he's so awesome. John Malky. Oh, he's so awesome, John Malky. Just said, Skolko Dressini Mog by Zabit. Yeah, yeah, I'll read English. I can't, yeah. This is the woodchuck tongue twister Russian pronunciation. Well, more power to you. Clara says, oh, thank you. He's such a good pup. He's so cute. So freaking cute. Carl says, hopefully your one doesn't break up live my one. Hopefully your one doesn't break up like my one on Thursday. Probably, it might. We've got some rain here, so it's always a possibility. Appreciate you, though, Carl. Phil says, Ringers was a typo. I meant Rounders. Oh, well, that's okay, Phil. I haven't seen that one either. Melody says, Josh, awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Now I can't even pronounce awesome. Sad Men says, Rounders. That's like a British baseball. Is it a British baseball movie? Josh says, Josh system has failed. Kage says, Clara, he is house trained. Knight says, is this place close to your house or nearby? It's so beautiful. It's so close to my house. Let me show you. That here is my back deck. Or the steps to my back deck. So it's literally at the end of my back deck. Clara says, almost getting there. Oh, wow, that's quick. You must be talented, Clara. Josh says, Mom, dog. Did I miss something, Josh? Or did I misunderstand something? Carl says, I'm not getting there. You will, Carl. The only way you won't get there is if you give up. I promise. If you give up, you'll never get there. Melody says, Josh rebooting. Phil says, Rounders is a poker movie. Oh. Like about the card game poker, not a poker movie? Just asking Phil. Knight says, oh my god, so cool. Knight says, I lived there. Oh, you wish you lived there? Here? Yeah, there's in about a mile in this direction here, there's also a beach on Lake Michigan. Really pretty. I'm going to have to get off my butt one of these days, drive down there and get some beach footage for you guys. Sadman says, no, it's not a movie. I'm talking about the sport Rounders. Oh, okay. Josh says, Josh rebooting. Josh system overheated. Oh, poor Josh. Melody says, oh my god, can I come live with you, please? Danielle says, we got rain here. We call it daytime. Oh, that would be nice. Sometimes it only rains a bit. We call it summer. Sometimes it doesn't rain. It's because it's winter and it's snowing. That's what if it like rained all the time in the summer, snowed all the time in the winter, I would be happy. Phil says, Night, if you were, oh my god, there's a huge spider on me. Hold on, guys. Where'd it go? Okay. Sorry about that. I'm terrified of spiders. Night, if you were a chipmunk, you could live there, says Radio Dude. Not Radio Dude, who is actually Phil. Josh says, did someone say poker? Let's go gambling. Melody says, Josh, not computing. Knight says, do you have 72 dogs or a dog? I had a dog, and I do have a video of her on my channel. She did die a number of years back, but my name has more to do with the kids that I had. None of them are kids anymore. I've had this name for a really long time. Carl says, I'm smashing this phone. Oh, don't smash your phone, Carl. You'll be so upset afterwards. Melody says, Josh rebooted. All right. Josh says, oh, someone said poker. Pokey says, I only say good day. I only say good day. I don't say snow. Do you get snow, Pokies? in the winter? Melody says poker in the back and liquor in the ear. Josh says, let's go gambling. Pokey says, see, Dr. Evil would have saved you. Phil says, poker, LOL, I don't watch poker movies. I just perform in them. Yes, Phil has an OnlyFans page if anyone's interested. If you want to post your link there, go feel free, Phil. Melody says, spiders are cute, fluffy eyeballs. I've had arachnophobia ever since I can remember. Kage says, I love poker. Molly says, LOL, dude. Sadman says, are you okay? Spiders are scary. I appreciate you, Sadman. Yeah, I'm okay. They had just startled me. Russ said, made me jump when you said there's a big spider. Sorry, Russ. It was on my knee. so I was startled. I apologize. Josh says, I am a dog myself. Knight says, sorry for asking. No, don't be sorry. The only stupid question is the one that you don't ask. Phil says, and I'm sure Phil's going to challenge that in here in a minute. Phil says, I'm still sorry about that, Molly. Sadman says, how is Dr. Evil? He's good. He is big and ornery. Knight says, where is the spider? I flung it off of me into a bush. And I hope it doesn't come back. I didn't want to kill it because I'm in its home. Ooh, more rain, guys. Kage says, I used to have anger issues. I smashed a lot of phones. Yeah, it's an expensive hobby. Billy Bob. Hey, Billy. Good to see ya. Billy says, hi, Molly. Addison says, modeling for Nicole right now. She already got a few, modding for Nicole right now. She already got a few trolls since her stream. Oh, no. Oh, poor Nicole. Addison, can you please tell Nicole hi for me? Pokey says, Phil's feet, it's called. Phil's feet, it's called. Did I miss something? Kage says, Molly, we got to teach you how to use Nightbot or stream elements. Yes. Yeah, I do need to learn that. Josh says, Phil, if we sub to your OnlyFans, do we get feet pics? Phil says, www.lasco.com. Lasco? That's a reference I don't get. Melody says, Russ in the house. Yeah, Russ is so awesome. You guys, if it wasn't for Russ, I wouldn't be doing a live stream right now. If it wasn't for Russ and also Maddie, who is, Maddie got me up to my 50 subs so I could originally go live. Maddie is no F's, no frills, no mercy. If you have the slightest interest in fish, please visit these two fine gentlemen. Carl says, I'm not well and no one cares. I'm sorry that you're not well, Carl, and that's not true that no one cares. I care. Mary cares. I'm sure there's more people that care. I mean, you get people in your lives. You get people that come to your channel. People do care. Maybe it's not as many as you'd like right now, but focus on the ones that do care and that are here to support you. Russ says, hi, Melody. Knight says, did the spider bite you? I hope not. Melody says, hey, buddy. Kage says, Carl, what's wrong? Josh says, eat spider. You. Dr. Evil used to eat spiders when he was a kitten, and then I guess I started feeding him too well. Now he sees a spider and he comes and gets me to kill it. Billy says, hey, Russ. Pokey says, Carl, You are alive and well. That's true. Phil says, Furry, if you subscribe to my OnlyFans, I won't send any pics. It's totally worth it. Oh, Phil. Jamal, hey, good to see you. Jamal says, just ran a 5K. Wow. Congratulations. Good for you. Russ says, hi, Billy. Addison says, yes, I can. Melody says, feet. Pahit. Pokey says, I don't like Nightbot scams. Knight says, can you give a forest tour, please? I would, except for that the ground under the trees is all muddy. Well, actually, you know what? I could probably do a little bit of a tour without getting into the mud. I'll do that here in just a minute. Josh says, oh man, Phil. Addison says, Nicole says hi back. Aw. Thank you, Addison. Melody says, yes, Knight. Great question. Josh says, I wanted feet pics. Sadman said, Pokey was referring to Phil. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on a second. I just got rain on my glasses. There, that's better. I can see again. Pokey says, correct, Sadman. Phil says, Molly Lasco makes... Oh, okay. I think I've seen a Lasco fan, now that I think about it. Pokey says, great minds. Pokey says, Jamal MVP. Josh says, Carl, question. I just wasn't paying attention to you. Want my email so we can chat after the stream? That is so sweet of you, Josh. Josh is a good person to talk to, too. I would take him up on that, Carl. Daniel says, did you hit the like? Yes, you. Don't look at others in the chat or over your shoulder. It's you. Hit the like just now. That's cute. Thank you, Daniel. Melody says, Daniel, here too, yay. Daniel here too, yay. Kage says, can I post a link for Nicole's live for people to like? Yes, please. Please, if you could also, Kage, if you could also post her @ so that people on mobile can find her, I'd appreciate that too. Don said, at everything fish. Oh, did I miss something? Did I miss someone? Okay, yeah. Everything fish is Maddie's tropical fish channel. Yes, thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you so much. And yeah, Maddie's splitting his channels so that he has one channel just completely dedicated to fish. And he has some awesome fish. My very favorite is his knife fish. If you have not seen that thing swimming around, it is hilarious. Phil says, Carl, I care. See, there are people that care, Carl. Let us reach out to you. Reach out to us. Daniel says, Melons, thumbs up. Melody says, thank you, Sadman, for sub. Appreciate you guys subbing to each other. Gate, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Gate says, good day to you and wish you the best. Knight says, face reveal. That's going to come on one of my big milestones. Like, I'm thinking like 1,000 subscribers or when I get monetized, you know, whichever comes first. Kage is posting Nicole's live. Please go and give that a like, please. Nicole is a lot of fun. She's a great woman. She's really cool. She does like door dashing and why am I blanking on the other one? Uber Eats and Grubhub, stuff like that. And it's really cool to see what these guys go through when they're delivering our food. And since I started watching her and Mary, I definitely give bigger tips just because I see what they go through, and I see how little that the companies care about them. And so, yeah, check them out. They're good people. Kage also posted Nicole's @ thank you, Kage. Carl says, Molly has more likes than I ever got. I'm sorry. I have no idea why I get so many likes, but Carl, keep at it. You got more people coming through than I get. Encourage. Oh, Mary! Mary's here. Hey, Mary, how are ya? It's raining. Edison says, hey, Mary, Nicole is live too. I'm sure she knows. Kage says, hey, Mary. Mary says, hey, Kage. The companies do not care at all about us. Amen. They just make it harder and harder and harder and more ridiculous and insane and impossible. Kage says, Molly has more likes than any of us get in a single hour. What? Really? Holy crap, 53? Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. Sad Man says, hi, Mary. Nice to see you. John, hey, good to see you. John says, what up, Molly? Looks beautiful there. Thank you. Thank you. It's pretty overcast right now. We're getting a little bit of rain. And of course, now that I said that, it's stopped. It'll come back. It's been raining off and on. Sedman says, that's a shame, Mary. It really is. It's infuriating to, yeah. You should see what these guys go through. I mean, just so you can appreciate how your food gets to you. Sedman says, hello, John. Mary says, yay, rainbow, sad man. Yay, rainbow, sad man? Did I miss something? Probably. I'm sorry. Knight says, is your house close to a city or a town, or do you just live in the forest? Yeah, we're in a town. I'm in the suburbs. It's just very woody here. And this is actually from over. Oh, I did say I can take this thing out. Sorry for my fingers, guys. Take this out of the holder. Maybe. Come on, let go. There we go. Here comes some rain. Ooh! Right in my eye. Carl says, lashing rain here. Cool. I love deep rain. There's a road right there. You can kind of see cars going by every once in a while. And then, wow, the rain stopped already. That was quick. But yeah, when it's not muddy, I'll give you guys a much better tour. Oh, if I do that, I can't read the chat. There we go. Phil says, Mary! I know, I said the same thing. I was like, Mary! Gary says, hi all, on break, artwork, so not here for long. Hey, Gary, thank you so much for coming. Appreciate you. Hope your artwork goes good. Knight says, cool. Daniel says, feel like if you've not done it already, a 40-minute video of those trees with the sound of rain coming down could be YouTube ASMR gold. Yeah, yeah. I kind of need a waterproof camera though. Because when it really comes down and when it's really nice, it gets wet back here too. Knight says, yay. Sedman says, hello, Gary. Welcome. Good to have you here. You're so sweet, Sadman. Knight says, forest tour. Yay. Gary says, love the trees. Mary says, I'll have rain later today for you. Oh, you're just the best, Mary. Mary orders it special for me, too. She's just the best. Phil says, Mary, don't like me no more? Hey, Phil. Why you say that, Phil? You're too sensitive, Phil. We love you and you know it. Don says, gotta go. Thanks for the stream all. Hey, Don, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Mary says, windy day with the trees is better. Yeah? Pokey says, I'll be dashing out there, buckos. Carl says, goodbye. Bye, Carl. Take care. Please remember that we're here for you. My email is in my bio. So if you want to email me, please feel free. I'm here. I'm willing to talk, or rather willing to listen. And we do care. Pokey says Mary is MVP. Yes, she is. Sadman says, have a great day, Pokey. All the best for the day ahead. Knight says, I gotta go eat. I gotta go eat. Bye. Bye, Knight. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Pokey says, Carl, MVP. Mary says, hey, Pokies. Carl says, I don't have email. Oh, I'm sorry, Carl. Do you have Discord? We could talk on like Discord or Facebook. TJ, hey, TJ's here. TJ says, hello all. Pokey says, peak pay doesn't start till 5. Oh, really? Mary says, hey there. Pokey says, email is free, Carl, sir. I don't know if it is in Ireland, though. Mary says, no peel pay, or no peel pay? Peak pay here. Carl says, I have Facebook. Well, there you go, Carl. We can connect that way. Pokey says, Florida over saturation. Yeah, especially in Mary's area. It's too bad that you couldn't work full-time in St. Augustine, Mary. That would be the bomb. Oh my gosh, Nicole! Nicole, hey! Nicole says, hey, Mom Dog. Hey, Nicole! You out there making that money. Getting those tips. Mary says, I know. Maybe you could move closer so that it would be more, I mean, like, not as expensive an area as St. Augustine, but something where you could still drive there to work. I think you would do so much better, and I think you would be so much happier. TJ says, Carl, you have Gmail. You have a Google account. Oh, do you have to have a Gmail account? And I mean, I do, but is it like a requirement to have a YouTube channel? Nicole says, trying, LOL. You go, girl. You get that money. Small spider. What is it with the spiders today? Carl says, might go live Thursday. You should go live Thursday, Carl. TJ says, yes, it is a requirement. Maple, hey, how you doing, bud? Haven't seen much of you lately either. How you been? TJ says, well, Maple says, super, super busy, currently stuck in traffic. Oh, that sucks. Be safe, Maple. Appreciate you. Appreciate you greatly. Kage says, I don't think you need an email address to have YouTube. I just looked it up. Ah. TJ says, I don't know anyone without a Google account with YouTube. I think the laws might be different in Ireland. But I know Carl doesn't have a computer. So that might be what the hang up is. Kage says, Yo Maple. Melody says, I'm a scat man. Scat man, sorry, just trying to fill the void. Random comment here. Appreciate you, Melody. Maple says, what up, Kage-san? Ah, Kage-san. Carl says, I've YouTube without Gmail. Okay. TJ says, okay, learn something new every day. Yeah, and laws are weird everywhere. I think that's one big thing that we learned today is that laws are just really messed up and weird everywhere. You say it with a Japanese accent, Maple? Ah, Kage-san. I can't do it. Ah, Kage-san. No, the more I try, the worse it gets. I'm going to give up while I'm ahead. Ooh, looks like the sun's trying to come out. Ooh, Kage-san. Honorable. Honorable. Huan, poor fly lice. Fly ice. Flied ice. Flied ice. Poor fry rye. Nicole says, nice trees. Thank you, Nicole. Pokey says, my lady said I'm not allowed to order the Chinese food. I can't blame her. I'm kind of with her, Pokies. I wouldn't let you either. Ooh, the sun's coming out. Birds are getting louder. Molly's choking. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I said, but they understand. Pokey. Oh, yeah, Ruben. Happy birthday, Ruben. Ruben is Yu-Gi-Oh. Everyone wish him a happy birthday, please. Sorry, I got some crud in my throat here. I apologize. I'd sing happy birthday, but my throat's messed up right now. And I don't want to horrify you. That's better. Maple said, y'all ever spent much time on the Chinese side of YouTube? It's honestly hilarious. The content is very entertaining. I haven't, but I bet it is. Pokey said, Ruben needs some Tostino's party pizza. Ruben is in the UK as well. So it's like really late. Well, not really late, but it's 5 hours later there. Phil said, fried lice. It's fried rice. You pick. Guess what movie that is? I don't know. Knight says, I am back. Welcome back, Knight. Pokey says, happy birthday. Kage says, Yo Maple. Do you mean Kage-san? Using the honorific? I think he did. Knight says, nothing like some good ice cream in the morning. Nothing like some good ice cream anytime. Ruben? Excuse me. Ruben says, thanks, Molly. You're welcome. I hope you have an absolutely awesome birthday. Kage says, you confused me, Maple. Made me think sun was the honorific instead of san. Daniel says, 7 p.m. here in the UK just now. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, it is. Ruben says, thanks, Positive Pokies. Sadman says, happy birthday. Appreciate you guys wishing him a happy birthday. He's a really special kid. He is. Ruben, your mom must be so proud. I know if I was your mom, I would be so proud. He's just a really great kid. Just an amazing guy. TJ says, you'll need to have a... Oh, sorry. Yuyo says, thanks, Sadman. Hope you all had a great day, too. TJ says, you'll need to have a Google account to be able to sign into YouTube. However, you don't need to have a Gmail account to have a Google account. But you do need an email. Maple says, I was scrolling streams last night and ended up on foreign YouTube. Stumbled into Chinese streaming, and the first thing I seen was a guy taped to a basketball board. Taped to a basketball board. Did I read that right? Maple says, sun, song, sung. As long as you get whatever the fuck I was spelling. Ruben says, caught some perch today in a tree. Oh, did you throw the tree back or did you keep it? Melody says, Rubes, happy birthday, hun. Ruben says, Melody, hi. Sadman says, oh, hello, TJ's work in progress. Nice to see you here on the stream. Yes, it is. We appreciate her. Kage says, LMAO, Maple. Am I caught up? Yay. Sadman says, hello, yo, Maple. Good to see you here. Maple says, why use lot word when few word work fine? Right? And it's faster to read. TJ says, nice to see you too, Sadman. Maple says, what up, Sadman? Oh, can you guys hear the woodpecker? Oh, I stopped. University of... I knew what you meant, Maple. You're all good. University of Longshot Book Balancer says hi. Hi, University. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. How are you? Ruben said the American accent makes me laugh, Molly. Maple says, I forgot the D, my bad. You're all good. I knew what you meant. Knight said, do you have kids or do you live alone? All my kids are grown up. And they're all out on their own, and I never hear from them anymore. So, I don't really have, I mean, I had 4 kids physically. But they're all grown up and doing their own thing now. Kage says it's 86 outside, but I'm cold and turning on my space heater. Oh, Kage, sounds like you've got a fever. Are you okay? Maple says, like Mr. Potato Head, I must have left it at home. Melody says, think about the word empty, 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 empty. Empty, empty. Pokey says, yo, Maple, rude to my friend Sadman. I think it was just a typo. Did Sadman? Did you? How did you take it? How do you feel about it? It's up to Sadman. TJ says I'm. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm doing a quiz at 8 p.m. UK time. If you have nothing to do. Oh, cool. That'd be cool. Rude. Hey, good to see you, Rude. Thank you for joining. Pokey says, Sadman, I apologize on behalf of human beings. Maple says, rude, mean, no, just flirting. You were flirting with Sadman? I am so sorry, Sadman. Kage says, I'm fine, just always cold, especially recently. I wonder if it has anything to do with that one medication. Sadman says, no need to apologize. Oh, appreciate you, Sadman. If you're Sadman and anybody, if you're uncomfortable, please let me know. I don't want anybody to be uncomfortable here. I want everybody to feel welcome and everybody to enjoy the positivity. Yo-Yo says, I'm getting off. Night all. Good night, Ruben. Happy birthday again. I hope it was awesome. Sadman said it's just a typo. You're so cool for understanding. I appreciate you. Maple says, take care, Yo-Yo. Rude says, yo, LOL, haha. Pokey says, messing with you all, but it was funny. Pokies. Was a bad mix-up. Yeah, well, it was so funny. It was funny. In my house growing up, with my kids growing up, the rule was always if it's funny, you're not in trouble. Mabel said it was a typo. I got these fat thumbs, and the screen is so small, plus my brain goes faster than my thumbs. Kage says, take care, Yo-Yo. Mary says, I have to go get groceries. I have to stay alive for my cats, LOL. Yes, we'll stay alive for us too, Mary. Have fun getting groceries. Hopefully we'll see you alive later. Kage says, yes, you do, Mary. Pokey says, the cats need you. Kage says, are you going live today? Sadman says, Mary, thank you for joining the stream and have a great day. Maple says, the way my cats cut me off while I'm walking down the stairs, I'm almost certain they're trying to collect the insurance. I feel you. Pokey says, is groceries ever fun? Not really. Pokey says, I think back in the day when it was cheaper, yes. And it was still a chore. Kage says, Pokies, I try to have fun getting groceries. Share some tips with us, Kage. How do you have fun getting groceries? Pokey says, not as fun as it used to be. I think it was fun the first time I did it without my parents. And that was it. Maple says, I try not to cry while getting groceries. So damn expensive. Right? Pokey says, I embarrassed my lady while shopping. It's great. What did you do, Pokies? Isn't she going through enough right now? Edison says, banana grannies. Do those make good banana bread? TJ says, make a race out of it. Time yourself in the store. That might work. Kage says, what did you do, Pokies? Pokies, I yell, baby, where... Oh my God. Like, baby. That Poor woman. And Pokies and Kage are laughing. Aisles over. Oh my God. Has she ever just walked out and pretended she didn't know you? She responds quickly, so I stop. Edison says, next time you should call her Lil Baby. Knight says, what do you do for a living? I work for a medical billing clearinghouse. I basically we're the middleman between the doctor and the insurance company. We check over the claims, make sure they're as correct as possible and secure, and then we send them on to the payer or the insurance company. Fascinating stuff. But I get to work from home, so. And the pay is decent. Pokey says, sometimes I walk like a gorilla next to her. I can see it. I can see it. TJ says, my dad embarrasses my mom. He's 83 and walks behind her saying, I need a wee wee, Mom. Oh, your poor mom. Maple says, I also act feral whenever my fiance takes me shopping. It's traditional. Is it? Is that so that we'll go shopping by ourselves? Sadman says, wow, that's a great profession. Well, thank you. Rude is smiling. Pokey says the gorilla walk next to her is good. If it's so good, you should film it. I mean, not her, but the gorilla walk. TJ says, or he walks in front of her and farts. Aw, that poor woman. Rude is smiling. Pokey says, my sneeze is so loud, they walk away from me. Gavin! Oh my gosh. Gavin says, hello. Good to see you, Gavin. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping in. Maple says she won't take me makeup shopping anymore because whenever she asks me to hold the lipstick, I'll eat it just to irritate her. Ugh. That's gross. I would never eat lipstick anymore. I did when I was a kid, and it was horrible. Also, it's expensive. Knight says, bye. Bye, Knight. Take care. Have a great weekend. Pokey says, yo, Maple is banned from Ulta. Pretty much. Sadman says, Pokies, don't worry. Everyone sneezes. It's a natural thing. I think he's trying to do it obnoxiously. On purpose. Gavin says, all good here. How are you? I'm great. Thanks for asking. Glad you're well. Maple says, anymore. Pokey says, it's loud sneeze and scares people. Oh, most sneezes are loud and can be startling. Carl says, just put a short up. Cool. I'll check it out later, Carl. Thanks for letting us know. TJ says, it must be love. 64 years married. Aww. That's so cool. Kage says, lipstick is one of the worst tasting things in the world. It is. I won't kiss a girl wearing lipstick. Yeah, it does not taste good. Rude says, haha. Maple says, I'll endure it just to push her. I'll endure it just to push her buttons. Pokey says, the lipstick isn't for that. Kage says, my ex used to put on lipstick when she was mad at me. Oh. That's kind of crappy, but funny at the same time. Rude says 64, applause. Yes, definitely. That is an accomplishment. Gavin says, are you out camping in the forest? Actually, no. I am right here is the stairs of my back deck. I am in the back of my house. And right here is the woods. This is actually a state park. Addison is laughing at Kage. Maple says, "Did you bite my effing lipstick again?" Me, sweetheart, it's my favorite color. Pokey says, "Camping is for the birds." And actually, I like camping. I would, if I could, the beach, we have a beach campground here, and it's always booked up. But if I could ever get a slot there, I totally want to camp at the beach. Rude is laughing. Addison said, "Lipstick is for cosmetics, not flavor." Yes, very true. Kage said it was funny. I was allowed to kiss her if I wanted to, but I had to put up with the taste. Yeah. Ugh. Phil says, my ex would stop talking to me when she was mad. When I figured that out, I would piss her off intentionally. Well, I guess that works. One way to do it. Maple's laughing. Rude is smiling. Pokey says it doesn't take much. I just say I didn't hear you through the walls. Edison's laughing at Radio Dude. Pokey's is laughing. Big Spider is back. Hold on. Oh, nice. And a tick. You need to go away. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Kage says, "Phil, sounds healthy." Maddie! Maddie's here! This is my other brother here. Russ and Maddie are my brothers. They're the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing. If you like me, like what I'm doing here, please give them a sub. Kage says, "Maddie!" I said that too. Pokey said, "Big Spider wants freedom." Well, it can have it. It needs to stay off of me. Tick deserves no freedom. Yeah, I smushed the tick. Because we do have crap. Our ticks carry crap around here. Maple says, "Me, good morning." Her, is it good enough to do the recycling? Sadman said, "Oh no, not the spider again." I know, I attract these things that bother me for some reason. TJ says, "My mother-in-law used to wear a lot of makeup. When my boy was young, said, I don't want to kiss Nana. She is smelly." TJ saying hi to Maddie. Maddie says, "How are you, Molly?" I'm pretty good. Other than the pollen count out here, which is make me clear my throat a bunch, and I apologize. Appreciate you guys for putting up with it. And Maddie says hi to TJ. I'm gonna grab a drink here, guys. Sadman says, "Hello, Maddie." Maddie says, "Sadman, hello." Kage says, "Maddie, ignoring me, buddy? LMAO." Holy cow, 60 likes. Thank you guys so much. Almost to break my record. My record's 64. Pokey says Molly is famous. Apparently. Yeah, I got a lot of likes. Kage says Molly's going to be a big YouTuber soon. I hope not too big because I like it when I can keep up with the chat. I don't want to have like so many people that I can't read everybody's chat. Pokey says, I told you, damn it. Maple says, according to statistics, couples who play practical jokes on each other tend to have closer relationships with their partner. Well, it definitely makes for a more fun relationship. Maddie says, sorry, Molly, I'm eating dinner, been out all day, just shaved my hair and eating dinner. You're going live at 7:30, right, Maddie? And you're all good. No worries. I appreciate you being here. Pokey says, yo, Maple, do the gorilla walk. You won't be disappointed. While holding your wallet. Maple's laughing, do the gorilla walk. Seriously, though, you should put like a short up of your gorilla walk, Pokies. That would be hilarious. Maddie said, yes, Molly, don't rush to end your stream like last time. No, it's all good. It's all good. I do 2 hours anyway. And I like to see you because I know you're going back to work and you won't have as much time, so I want to spend time with you. Kage says, I need to get a girlfriend so I can embarrass her in public. Yeah, advertise it that way, Kage. I'm sure you'll have women lining up. Come be my girlfriend so I can embarrass you. Pokey says, I seen someone else doing it. The gorilla walk? You did not invent it? Still, you could put it out there for use by other people. TJ says, I agree, yo, Maple. Pokey says, I can't take credit. Well, no, you can't. Maybe you can't take credit, but you could still make a video of it. The baby in a manly voice works every time. Baby. There you go, Kage. Try that. Dee says, I'm still here. Hey, Dee. I appreciate you for hanging out so much. Try call her in a high-pitched voice. Baby, here, baby. Dee says, you're welcome. Pokey says, or if she pushes the shopping cart past me, I grab box and drop item on ground. Like the cart's there. Oh, you're obnoxious. I love it. Maple says, the fastest way to make your fiance cringe is to embarrass yourself. It works every time. Embarrass yourself? Isn't that kind of unpleasant for both of you? Oops, you guys are a little bit crooked. There we go. Dee says, I have nobody on my live. I had some haters calling me a loser. I'm sorry, Dee. That's awful. Also, if anybody who's not connected with D, Diabolical Duty, please connect with him. Check out his channel. Maple says, yes, yes it is. Pokey says, other people see me do the cart thing, it's hilarious. See, this is stuff that you should be making videos of. I mean, that's hilarious and will bring viewers. I'm telling you, Pokies. Damn it. Telling you, Pokies, damn it. Edison says, then walk away like nothing happened. Kage says, only if you have a problem with being embarrassed. Pokey says, I'd hang out with you, Diab. Oh, Diabolical Dave. Duty. Maple says, exactly, Kage. Pokey says, lives be like that sometimes. Yep. Sometimes there's so many people you can't keep up with chat. Sometimes there's nobody. Maple said the trick is to do it like it's natural. Oh, like you're genuinely stupid? Sadman said, at Diabolical Duty, I was about to join your live, but you ended the stream. Oh, appreciate you, Sadman. Pokey says, I need a disguise. A disguise? Like what kind of disguise? Like Phil's disguise? TJ says, I'm sorry, Dia, that's not right. D says, okay, positive. Pokey's just given the strong arm emoji. Oh. Kamari says, Diabolical Duty, I sub to you. Appreciate you, Kamari. Kage says, hey, Kamari. Pokey's is laughing. TJ says, hi, Kamari. I appreciate you guys hanging out for this long. You guys are awesome. Mabel says, acting brainless is a skill that takes time to develop. Wives hate it. I bet they do. Pokey says, my brain has rust, so it's natural. I think I will become a DJ. A DJ? Like you're going to change your name to DJ, or you're going to do like scratching records in a booth type thing? Maple says, I don't know. I even got one. No one will ever know. It's a secret, okay. My ex-husband, when I stopped going to the grocery store with him, I wouldn't even let him take the kids when he would want to go. Sometimes he'd go by himself because he would, I mean, I had kids with me. He would go in front of the shopping cart and fart just as loud as he possibly could, and then at the top of his lungs yell at me for it. And he did this like every trip. So I stopped going with him because I was not amused. Pokey says, I'm sure I'll forget. And I'm good at that too. Sadman says, you can DJ Pokies. Nice. Edison says, I think Maple has aimbot for solitaire. Aimbot for solitaire. Maple says, legend. He's laughing. Pokey says, I can't DJ, guys, but I teach myself. I'm not afraid. There you go. Maple says, I'm really good at card games. It's all MAFs. Maths? Oh, if you're talking about maths, yeah, I'm allergic to math. I don't math unless I'm getting paid. Kage says, I started to learn how to DJ. Really? I ran sound at a club for a while, but I forgot everything I learned. Oh, that sucks. Was it fun though? Edison says maths, but with an F. Maths. Maths. I don't like maths. Pokey says, I don't want to do birthday parties, DJ like unts, 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 unts. Pokey says, teef, toof, tourlet, Marfa. Kage says, it was tons of fun. Awesome. Kage says, I got to run sound for the Midnight Devils. If you like Kiss, look them up. Cool. I remember Kiss. Pokey says, Molly understood. Pokey's, I've seen Kiss 1996, I think. That was the year my oldest daughter was born. Maple says, DJing is fun, but producing is where the money is at. I bet. Learned that pretty quick. TJ says, Kiss were huge in Germany when I grew up. You grew up in Germany? TJ, I thought you were in the UK. Am I wrong? Pokey says, Psycho Circus. Kage says, I was 6 in 1996. I was pregnant. Pokey says, Civic Arena, the roof used to open. Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's raining again, guys. Can you hear it? And now it's stopping. In Pittsburgh, it's bulldozed. Why'd they bulldoze it? TJ says, my dad was Army. We traveled with him, yes, in the UK. Oh, okay. That is so cool. That is so cool that you got to move around. And, well, I mean, it probably wasn't a whole lot of fun when you were a kid moving around, but all the different places you got to see, that is so cool. I'm kind of, I mean, we moved around a little bit when I was a kid, but, you know, nothing like what you do with the Army. But, yeah, that's way cool. Pokey says, it was old. They got new arena. Oh, it was old. They got a new arena. They made ornaments out of the roof. Like Christmas tree ornaments? That's, oh, spider. Holy ginormous spider. TJ says, I was 27 in 1996. So, yeah, we're close in age. Or no, I was 24 in 96. Pokey says, yeah, Christmas tree, aluminum stamped Pittsburgh Penguins. Ah! Oh my God, it's on me. Sorry, I screamed, guys. I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm sorry. I apologize for screaming. Maple says, ghost producing is the main thing now. Ghost producing? 60% of the biggest radio songs over the last 15 years has been produced by a handful of individuals. Benny Blanco, for example. Pokey says, call Dr. Evil like Lassie. Yeah, no, he doesn't kill spiders anymore. He sees a spider and he gets me to kill it. He comes and gets me. He's like, there's a spider, Mom. Yo, Maple music industry is mostly a scam, to be honest. Maple says, I've been involved with music since I was a child. I'm very well acquainted. Pokey says, I've seen it. I like a lot of small time artists. Addison says, I think Pokies and Molly should start a podcast together. Really? What it would be about? McButter Pokey's Pod. McButter Pokey's Pod. Actually, that's kind of a cute name. I kind of like that. Man, the bugs are all over me today. That was quick. What was quick? Podcasts usually talk about random stuff. I talk about random stuff. I could do a podcast. Pokey says, I'm the king of random. You are. You are. Maple says, the issue with being a small tourist today is the mainstream industry is dying. And the online market is highly saturated. There's 3.5 million new songs uploaded to, I think that's supposed to be YouTube. YouTube, right? Every 24 hours. Kage says, I'll do a podcast with you guys. That'd be cool. Maple says, that's just one platform. YouTube, okay, yeah. I thought that's what you meant. I used to sell my CD at the mall, says Pokies. Your CD. Oh, like compact disc music storage device? I spit hot. Maple, so essentially, in a single day, more new music is uploaded and made than any person could ever listen to in their lifetime. Wow. That's kind of mind-blowing. Which makes all of you guys that much more special. All of you guys found me in all of the billions of people that are on YouTube. I appreciate you guys so much. I love every one of you. TJ says, hubby just made me cherry jam jelly ice cream. When? Oh, nice. Good hubby. Pokey says, we had an iTunes playlist that could play shuffle for 7 days without repeating. Wow. I believe it. I believe it. Can be a gorilla later. Or can he be a gorilla later? Maple says, this dramatically decreases the odds that new artists will be discovered. And it also means that people are less likely to spend time searching for good music when they can listen to the songs. Pokey says, like Gorilla Walk. Is there a song called Gorilla Walk? Maybe you could make that, Pokies. Maple says they already know they're good and like. Kage says, I have enough music on my PC to shuffle for about 3 months without... you know what, Kage? That doesn't even surprise me. I can imagine you would have a extensive music library. Walk, gorilla. I only have 2 hours worth of music. Really, Addison? Now that does surprise me. Pokey says this was LimeWire days, bucko. Bucko. Addison, I read that. Pokey says before cloud and storage, yeah. We'll do impressive back then. Yeah, it was. We'll do one more roundabout of the backyard here and give you guys some time to say goodbye. And we're getting ready to end this live here. Maple said this is why when we see live DJ shows, they all play old songs everyone knows. Today, every person has niche music that 99% have no clue about. Pokey says, or twice. Squirrel nest. Yep. There it goes. And then this tree here has, oh, you can't really see it, but it has moss that goes almost all the way up to the top of the tree. Oh, there's one you can see that the moss goes all the way up to the top of the tree there too. Pokey says, I was on TV once. Were you? I was on the news once. I was in a parade. I was a kid. Maple says, this is why when we see DJ shows, they play old... Oh, I just read that and didn't even... Pokey says, I'm sure I'll see some folks later. Yeah, I'm sure you will. I'll be there at your live if you go live, Pokies. TJ says, take care all. Hope to see you soon. Have a good one. Pokey says, Molly, MVP. Appreciate you, Pokies. You're the MVP. You're the MVB. Maple says, take care all. Kage says, have a great day, Molly. Appreciate you. I appreciate every one of you for coming. And everybody, please be kind to one another. I'll be live later today. Okay, cool. Pokey says, I did my music once, and they interviewed me for the neighbor's house. Oh, for the house that burned down when you were a kid. Pokey says, it says, eat an avocado every... That sounds good. Oh, hey, Ed. Hey, thank you so much for being here. I'm actually just getting ready to end this. But if you're subscribed to Maddie, he's tying flies right now. And I'll be over there too. Thank you so much for coming by, Ed. I appreciate you. Addison says, have a good day, Molly. You have a good day too, Addison. I know I'll see you around. Pokey says, superfood. Yes, it is. It's delicious too. Kage says, I was unkind yesterday. That wasn't cool. I don't know what you mean, Kage. Ed says, I'm always late. No worries. And still appreciate you, Ed. Still appreciate you. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end this. I appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every one of you are very precious to me. Oh, I wasn't there for that? Addison says I wasn't there for that. Yeah, oh my God, work was so insanely busy yesterday. It was like well past lunchtime before I had a chance to even look at YouTube. Mr. Carey, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. You take care too. Everybody have a great weekend.